Hello everyone, my name is Boris Karaman. Thank you for tuning into my presentation today. This is a training session dedicated to our recent policy and practice changes meant to enhance the hemoglobin A1C exam, eye exam, and food examination. The goal of each assessment is to improve patients' conditions as well as the quality of the treatment plan by following evidence-based practices, Brady et al. 2021. Upon attaining this training, you will be in a better position to apply these guidelines in your day-to-day practice, thereby enhancing the health of our patients. The process of introducing the new policy and guidelines will be a gradual one. The general plan will be made clear and roles and responsibilities will be assigned for effective implementation. To overcome difficulties and make corrections, some form of feedback loop will be created. Adopting new policies and guidelines will flow within the various workplaces, but the relevant changes in procedures and expectations will be communicated. AHRQ 2021. This means that we are fully aware of a stringent need to approach the assessment of the work routines and therefore the responsibilities of the role group in a manner that does not disrupt their everyday functioning in any way possible. As a reminder to all of us professionals, please see the Diabetes Care Guidelines table displayed on this slide for a refresher. We are aiming to better hemoglobin A1C, eye exam, and food exams. To achieve this strategy, it will be important to ensure successful implementation of evidence-based strategies are used. This way, the role group helps participate in the problem solution from the beginning, and we ensure teamwork. Sharing with people that will be gained and achieved from them understanding and accepting the new maintained and developed policy and guidelines fosters compliance. Training and educational materials will raise competency. Primary and secondary communication systems will be utilized to mitigate the issues. It assists in trust to be gained, clarity to be created, and engagement to be improved, all qualities that make for support when implementing. These new policy and practice guidelines are necessary in order to increase the quality of care and results in reference to hemoglobin A1C, eye examination, and food exam, CDC 2020. They are based on best practices and evidence to make sure that the service to which we applied is efficient and is used in other organizations as well. When such guidelines are embraced, patients are enhanced. The rate at which patients complicate their health shortens, and the general healthcare sector enhances its quality. Similar strategies have been found effective based on research, and success stories reveal the extent of the improvements that can be made to quality of care and patient satisfaction. Our role group carries a lot of responsibility needed for the successful adoption of the new policy and practice guidelines. The compliance of each member of the team to these guidelines, as well as the strict performance of the hemoglobin A1C examinations, eye exams, and food exams are mandatory. Partnership with other healthcare professionals entails collaboration to bring the best care to the patient. Thus, close coordination can make the difference. In this case, the outcomes and patient satisfaction will be impacted by our efforts, acknowledging the role of diabetes management, Dehe et al. 2024. Thus, by accepting such implementation, we are able to make a change and contribute to the enhancement of the healthcare system. In this training, instructional material that contains the guidelines of the new implementation will be presented along with fun learning experiences. Discussions in 2s and 3s case presentation will enable us to refine our knowledge about admiral practices when it comes to hemoglobin A1C exam, eye exam, and food examinations. Since lessons, examples, and cases will be a central focus, role-play activities and live simulation will be the means to assess applicability and thus guarantee uniformly accurate evaluations. Currently, general and specific writing and documentation exercises will allow us to get acquainted with the proper tools and enhance our work process. There are several signs of success that we expect to observe as the new policy and practice guidelines are rolled out. Thus, it will be increasingly easier to get patients and members of the role group to conform to the hemoglobin A1C exam, eye exam, and food examination processes with enhancement. The above compliance will result in improved patient status and quality, facilitate diabetes management, and decrease the risk of complications, DAHEAD all 2024. Furthermore, the patients who receive these elaborate evaluations should have positive feedback to express thoughts concerning their health evaluations. In the long run, our continued endeavors will alleviate the physical suffering of humans with diabetes and generally improve the cherished patients' lives. During the Q&A session, the participants shall be allowed the chance to pose issues relevant to the upcoming new policies and practice guidelines. Some of the things that are expected to be touched on include the advantages of the new policies, how to engage the role group to embrace the change, what will follow after the implementation, how to incorporate it into the existing systems, and the evaluation of the implementation, HRQ 2021. By answering these thoughtful questions and providing detailed information, the participants are going to acquire an understanding of the implementation process that should lead to positive outcomes in the adoption of the new policies and guidelines. This presentation emphasized the important points concerning the enhancement of hemoglobin A1C, the eye exam, and the food examination. We talked about how buy-in must be secured, about what kind of information should be shared with the role group regarding the scope and value of the new policy and practice guidelines, about the part of the role group in practice, as well as about the content of instruction and training sessions and how to present the problems to the target audience in some detail. As for the further actions, it is necessary to develop an action plan and model of the financial performance indicators obligatory for successful implementation. Constant monitoring and reporting might not be sufficient, so open collaboration with the role group is required. Moreover, further support and materials needed to be supplied to solve arising issues. Thank you for your service and continued efforts to enhance the success of patient care. Please see the reference slide next. And I would like to thank you all for your time and attention. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will gladly answer them. Thank you.